History of special education in the Philippines. Special education in the Philippines was started in 1908, where the School for Deaf was established in Harrison, Pasay City. It was established and marked the official government recognition of obligation towards the education of the handicapped children. Special education was formally started in the country by establishing the Insular School for the Deaf and Blind in Manila. The Philippine Association for Deaf was founded. The government established the Welfareville Children's Village, a school for people with mental retardation in Mandaluyong. So, there are some Republic Acts that support children with disability. First Republic Act is the Republic Act number 3562. This act promotes the education in the Philippines, which established teacher training course and Philippine National School for the Blind. Also, Philippine Normal College offered courses in special education for teaching the blind in 1964, where 14 elementary teachers were selected for training. And in 1952, a pilot school for the special education at the Philippines Women's University of Mentally Handicapped Children was started. All children from this school were transferred to the Special Child Study Center in Cubao City in 1957. The second one is the Republic Act number 7277, an act providing for the rehabilitation, self-development, and self-reliance of disabled person and their integration into the mainstream of society and for other purposes. And lastly is the Republic Act number 5250, an act establishing a 10-year training program for teachers of special and exceptional children in the Philippines and authorizing the appropriation of funds thereof. Plato's and Aristotle's theory of education. According to Plato's theory of education, Plato regards education as a means to achieve justice, both individual justice and social justice. Plato believes that all people can easily exist in harmony when society gives them equal educational opportunity from an early stage to compete fairly with each other. Aristotle's theory of education. Aristotle's definition of education is the same as that of his teacher Plato. That is the creation of a sound mind in a sound body. Thus, for him, the aim of education was the welfare of the individuals so as to bring happiness in their lives. Just like students with special needs, if they were given a chance to interact in an inclusive classroom, they can eventually go along with other students, or we can say normal students. They have given an equal opportunity to educate themselves without being separated to others. That is why for Plato, he believes that education is fairly just to all. For example, as an educator and you encounter a student with special needs, you have to consider their own potential and progress. You have to believe in them and focus on the things that they interested in where they are able to learn without fear. You have to know what are the things that makes them happy, especially when it comes to learning, just like the aim of education of Aristotle's. We have to remember that education is for all of us. Everyone has the right to educate themselves even if he or she is not normal.